Hello, 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 and welcome to Peyton's Flowers. Today we are going to do a sunflower wreath. Sunflowers are some of everybody's favorites, so come on in, join us, and enjoy. Today we're going to use a grapevine wreath, and we're going to do it in a sunflower theme. So here's our grapevine wreath, and the first thing I want to say is that grapevines are natural products. So it's just a bunch of grapevines that are wound together and molded into a form. So every one is different. And as you can see, especially with this one in particular, I picked one that wasn't so perfect, just so I could show you that even though there are imperfections in the grapevines and they're not all perfect circular shapes, that once they're all completed, you never really can tell. This is going to look just as good as if it was a perfectly circular shape. So we are going to start off with our sign today. Look how cute this is. Hello, sunshine. Hello, sunshine. I don't know a song to go with it. Anyway, we're going to put that on this side. So I went ahead and just stapled with my staple gun. One on the top, one on the bottom, and we're just going to weave that right through the grapevine. We'll find a spot right through the middle. And there we go, safe and secure. So I'm going to take another zip tie, and we're going to use that for our hanger on the wreath. So I think that's a good place where it's hanging right there. So I'm just going to go down through the grapevine. Wiggle it, wiggle it. And just connect it. And then there's your hook. Just like that. And there we go, we're all set up. I'm just going to snip off those zip ties.
1, 2, and 3.
There we go. Now we're going to move right into greening our base. Would be the second step of any grapevine wreath that I do. I always put my sign on first, then I green the base before we do the bow. So I'm just going to use regular green ficus, and when they come from the wholesaler, they always have this bend in here. So I'm just going to straighten those pieces out like that. And so I'm going to cut right here. That's going to give me my top. This one here is going to give me my bottom. Then I'm going to cut right in between here. Just like that, and then this one. So that's going to give me 4 pieces out of the one ficus spray, and then I'm going to do the same for the others. And we have a lot of greenery going in this wreath today, so we're only going to use 2 ficus. Sometimes I use 3, but today we're only going to use 2. One in the bottom and one in the top. And then we're just going to carry on and green that entire side of the wreath. So there we have it. There's the one side based greened. So then we have our base greening. Now we're just going to move into our bow before we fill it out with other green. So we have kind of a plethora of different ribbons we're going to use. We have the sunflower ribbon in both a 2.5 inch and a 1.5 inch. So we're going to use both of those. And then I have a few others that I could toss in there. I'm not really 100% sure exactly what I'm going to use yet, but we're going to start with this 2.5 inch sunflower ribbon. Okay, so Going to keep our tails about 10 inches. I'm going to pinch that. And I'm going to make about a 6-inch loop. 6 inches. And then we're just going to repeat that. 6 inches. And I'm going to do 4 of those loops. So we're going to do the exact same thing again. Try to get your loop to be the exact length. That's 3. Twist. And there's our 4th one. And then our tails. There we go. There's the start of our bow. We have 4 loops and 2 tails. Just like that. Next, I am going to just break up that print. So I'm just going to use a matching brown value burlap. Just on top of that there, I'm just going to put a little tail, 1 loop, 2 loops, 3 loops, and 4. That's our second layer. Now we have this lovely burlap basket weave. So I'm just going to put a couple of loops of that in there. 1 loop, 2 loop. Let's do 3. Sometimes I like 3. Just like that. I think now we'll put a little bit of glitter. Every wreath can have a little bit of glitter. Glitter is certainly not seasonal anymore. We can certainly use that all throughout the year, not just at Christmas and Valentine's. That little touch of green just makes that leaf in the sunflower ribbon just pop. So that's all I'm going to do, is just that 2 loops there. All right, so I have 2 left. I have the 1.5 inches in that same sunflower print, so I'm going to put that in now. And then I have a open weave burlap. So I'm just going to put a couple of loops of that right in the middle there for that texture. And there's our bow coming right along. So at this point, it's a good point to decide if you want a longer tail, and if you do, what ribbon you would like to choose for that longer tail. So I think that we can actually use the green glitter in there. I think it's popping really nice. It's not too bold. It's just adding that nice little pop. So here we go. I used about 1 meter or an arm length. All right, and we're just gonna put that on the back, just like that. And there we go. Zip ties, everybody's best friend. So, how do we tie a bow? We are going to use the double zip tie method. So, 1 across the back, like that. See that? That's going to tie the bow to the wreath. Now, to tie the actual bow together, we're going to go down through and around, including that other zip tie that we just used. And we're just going to zip that. Zip it tight. And there's our bow. That's not even fluffed yet, you guys, and it looks that good. So once it's on the wreath, you can pull it and manipulate it and do whatever you need to do to get it into shape and exactly as you imagined it. So if this is the middle right here, we're going to go up about 2 inches, and that's where we're going to tie our bow. So right here, I'm just going to find the back of that zip tie and tie it right into place. Just like that. There we go. We have a bow. Bam! Bam! Haha! This is way too long up here, so we're just going to cut that down. This again is way too long over here, so don't be scared of cutting off that couple of inches. It's better to have it too long in the beginning and to be able to cut it off so you can get it at that perfect point. So there you go. If that was left longer, it would just flop and not do the same thing. There we go. So 3 steps in. We have our sign, we have our base screening, and now we have our bow. Everything should look like it's coming from that one central location right here in the middle of the bow. So everything needs to spray up and everything needs to spray down. Everything needs to look like it's tied with that ribbon in the middle. Even though we all know it's not, it needs to look like it's coming from that ribbon. So we're just going to dip in our glue and add in that lime green color. Isn't that nice? Now we're going to move on to one of my favorite, all-time favorite greeneries. This is called Ruscus, and it has a kind of a powder, almost like a Dusty Miller powder over the top. So it adds that different texture. It's really nice. These bunches are really nice and full. So I haven't even used that full bunch yet, and it's already nice and full. And I still have a couple of other greeneries that I would like to add in here. Our next little touch of greenery I'm going to use is this spiky one called Grevillea. Now, a touch of eucalyptus. Beautiful eucalyptus. This is kind of a double stem, so I'm just going to cut it once. So it's just 2 stems. We're going to leave these 3 attached to the one stem. We're going to go in between those 2 stems of Grevillea there. Nice, I like that. I love what eucalyptus does for a wreath. It just pops it every time, brings it to that extra special level. I love that. And then we have 1 stem for the bottom as well. That's looking fantastic. All right, so I haven't really decided which sunflowers, if any, I want to put in here, because we already have a lot of sunflowers. We have the sign, we have the 2 sizes of the ribbons. I do have a lot of sunflowers in my collection, so we could use these just small ones. We could also just use these little yellow flowers and not use any sunflowers at all. Or we could use a large one. No, I think I'm going to stay away from the large ones in this wreath. Maybe a medium size. Let's see what the medium size looks like. That's nice. I like the medium size. We'll do that. All right. So I just snip those all off with our bolt cutter. We're going to just start inserting them. Let's start with the longest for the top and the bottom. Again, right into that grapevine. So there's our medium-sized sunflower that we chose. We're going to use some different textures. This is a mullet grass. Mullet? Not sure. One of these. This is just a grass explosion that we're going to use. So we're going to mix these two in. I want to say thank you again to everybody who's been following along on our channel and watched the chinoiserie wreath that we just did a while ago, and we also did the ranunculus video, and then today, just today, we did a gravestone saddle. So that was a nice video as well. Check that out. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for all the latest shenanigans that we get up to here at Peyton's Flowers. All right, we're going to just move into this explosion grass. We're just going to scatter that throughout, almost giving it that glitzy little sparkle, a little dazzle throughout. Same sort of idea that Baby's Breath would do in a fresh arrangement. And again, work that right into the grapevine there. Nice. I think that looks fantastic. Just have another little bit of greenery. This is a different one, and that doesn't really matter. I'm just going to, there's a couple of holes there that I'd like to fill in. See, this is a little bit of a dark spot right here above the bowl. So I'm just going to add just a little something right there. Just like that. It's going to fill in that space. Oh, it looks good. It looks good. I have another bunch of this millet. Millet, I think I'm going to call it. I'm not sure, but I'm going to call it millet. I'm probably not going to use it all. But I just want to fill in this space right over here. You guys, I think we're almost done. I've been liking more and more. Of course, our tastes change on a daily basis. So I've been liking, over the last little while, a little bit more simpler when it comes to the florals that we use. And just more greeneries. I think maybe because I've been getting more and more nice greeneries here at the flower shop, that it's been filling in so nicely. I think it's great. I think it's done. There we go. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. And thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.